Hello everyone, this is Causham from causham3d.com. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Victorian Style Jacket, which is a product that we released recently. As you can see, it has a nice brocade texture and it comes in various colors. But right now what we're going to do is we are going to show you the flow of how you would just go through using this product. I think that our products are misunderstood by a lot of people because they don't understand what reactive dForce is, and they don't understand just how easy it is to use our products with reactive dForce involved. It's pretty trouble-free, but it gives such a nice result, as you can see. This is Julie for Genesis 8. She's a highly stylized character, as you can see. And you get a perfect fit on this every time, and that would be the same regardless of the Genesis 8 female character that you had. And I'm about to show you how to use this so you can begin to understand just how easy our products are to use. So, without further ado, because this is YouTube, we're going to hide Julie, but we're not going to hide her like that. I've got a little script here that essentially it makes the characters, all the surfaces, just about zero. Okay, that is hidden right there. Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter. It's hidden. So here we go. Also, the bottoms are blossoms, which is it comes with two pieces. One of them is a mini skirt type, and the other is a kind of a thong. They both have these really pronounced ruffles, kind of like the bloomers do. So what we can, I've got that on here so that we don't have to worry about showing things that we shouldn't be showing, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and we're going to delete the jacket. Okay, and we're going to select our character. And here's our jacket. Now we have our simulation mode, highly recommended. Okay, I do highly recommend that you use that. And then what we want to do is I prefer to use the wearable. Okay, the wearable includes the buttons. So let's go ahead and load the wearable. Okay, and that's the blue brocade. I want the good visibility here, so we're going to go with a yellow brocade. Let me go ahead and just select Victorian Style Jacket, yellow brocade. And there we go. So as you can see, now if I go ahead and show our character, Julie, again, you can see that when you load this, although it does conform fairly well, it doesn't really quite look right. And with a lot of our products, with most of them, in fact, that's what you're going to notice because they all use reactive dForce. You have to run a simulation, in other words, for this to work correctly. So let's go ahead and drop down into texture shaded just to put less load on my poor laptop here. Sound quality is not too good today. I'm trying to get some videos made while I have a few hours to make some short videos. And I'm in a hotel is where I am. And I have my laptop rather than my workstation. So it may combobulate a little bit longer than it normally would. At any rate, here we go. We don't have to worry about hiding the blossoms. They're not going to interfere. One thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and use our bib clearance. We're going to let it drop. Okay, we want that to drop in the scene. So I'm going to, before I start the simulation, dial a little bit of that in. Also, we have our buttons, and our buttons are attachments. Now, I have some secret sauce built into this. Let me go back into iRay mode so you can get an idea. I have some secret sauce built into the button attachments so that they don't, they don't get too far out of line. You generally will have to adjust one or two of them. Now, this depends a lot on your character and the pose, but you may have to adjust one or two of them a bit with our universal tool right here. Okay, that's the universal tool. So if we select a button, you can see that we can translate it and rotate it. but we're not going to worry about that for the moment. Let's just go ahead and run a simulation. Let's go to texture shaded again and run the sim. Okay, we're back and the simulation has completed. I also ran an errand down to the lobby to get some coffee. I can't exist without coffee. But there you go. You can see that it has snugged up in all the right places. And you can also see that the buttons have behaved. Now there's another dForce preset for this, and that's jacket unbuttoned physics. So if we select that and we run it unbuttoned, then, and let's go ahead and hide Julie again, and character nearly not there, and now that she's hidden, let's hide sorry about that, folks. Let's hide obviously this, and we have our boots and the smoothing. I want to make sure the smoothing is off for the boots because that slows down a simulation if it's on. And we have our jacket, which we want. And you can see we have all our rigid follow nodes for our buttons right there. But at any rate, here we go. Let's go ahead and we will, now that we have the character hidden, we will hide, take our Blossoms mini thong, we'll hide that. And that way our simulation won't take terribly long anyway. Let's go to our simulation settings. I want to make sure that that's on. And now let's go ahead and run a simulation. And you can see there that the jacket is coming apart in the front. Now this is the first time that we have used dForce completely, reactive dForce, to dictate whether or not a garment is open or closed. Previously, with different things like the Van Kazem shirt, etc., we actually made two separate meshes. One that was attached at the front and the other one that was detached. But we've learned our dForce well enough now that we're able to do those kinds of things with dForce alone, so that you only have one mesh to be concerned with. And you can see it behaves pretty darn well. And the buttons are going to stay pretty much in place. They're not going to need a whole lot of tweaking. They may need some here and there, but not a lot. So what we have there is a place where I think we can just go ahead and cancel the render, or cancel the simulation, because for the purposes of this video, we have what we need here. Let's go ahead and take a look at these buttons. And they actually look like they're in pretty good shape. Is there anything there? Do I need to? No, the buttons stayed put. They did what they were supposed to do. Wonderful, wonderful. That's great. That being the case, we'll go ahead and bring back our mini thong. And the plumbing there, I'll call it. And we'll go ahead and show our character. There we go. Boom. So now you can see that the jacket has used its dForce preset for the jacket to fall open. There are also some morphs for the jacket, and I'll just run down what they are. You've seen the bib clearance. There's some deconflict morphs there for if you need to deconflict. This depends a lot on your character's shape, but you may need to deconflict a little bit on the front, one way or another. That morph is there for you to take care of that. We also have these morphs here. As you can see what's about to happen there, it just opens the jacket up. You can run that either before, or dial that in either before or after the simulation, depending on the look you want. So at any rate, there you go. That is the Victorian Style Jacket for Genesis 8. Until the next time, this is Kazam from Kazam3D.com, which is where you can pick this up. Wishing you happy rendering.